Hello there and welcome back to my videos. In this video I want to speak about the Docker Swarm and how you can make multi-stack inside a stack file. So you're creating a Docker stack into your Swarm, and then you deploy a multi-byte services inside this stack. It could be because you haven't completed the application with the database and application and need to speak together. Then it's good to do that inside a single stack. So let's begin here, and the first we do is creating a YAML file, and then we need to define the version of the stack file, and we use the syntax 37, and then we're going down for the services, and we create one with the web, and the image here should be nginx. Let's just say that. And then I want to create a Mongo. It's the database, so let's just call it Mongo. And then we need the image. Well, the image on the Mongo should be Mongo.42. And then we need a ports. The ports we use if we want to take some kind of backup, something like that, and remoting in and see about everything is running well. So I'll just define a ports here. I just use the default ports, but of course if you have a lot of stacks on the same server, you need to change the default port, else it will not working. And then we need a proxy. Let's say we create a proxy server. The proxy could say if you're hitting this URL, and then you need to hit the web server. And if you hidden another server API, the URL, sorry, then you need to hit the API. It could be something like that, and then you can define on different container services. But for now we just use that for testing. And then we have nginx again, and we open up for ports, and what we do here is say 8080, so 80. It's meaning we going from the external host. If I'm going for my Docker Swarm clustering, and then I hit 8080, and then it's going down for this proxy container for 80, and that's perfect. And then we need the environment variables. If we have the environment, let's say we have the environment, it could be a web server. We have it up here, and we need to say it for web, and we know the web server is 80. And then we can say the API server. I'll use the underscore here, it's easier for me to read. And then we say we have an IP here to 3000 because we're creating it in Node. So let's saving it and close it down, and say sudo docker deploy, docker stack deploy, and then the C for the file, and we say YAML, and what we do here is define the stack as a server, and then it's creating the network for default and creating the services for web and Mongo and for proxy. Now we will see what we have here. So let's say sudo docker stack ls. We can see we have the server with the 3 services, and let's say we want to see what kind of service we have inside here. Then we say the PS, and you can see we have the server proxy number 1, and server Mongo is number 1, and server web is number 1. And that's how it's basically working. It's the same way we do when we only deploy one stack in the Docker Swarm cluster, but it's good to know that practical. So let's edit, let's copy the server file, and now we want one with scale, and then we need to go for the server here and say scale, and then we say we have so much load on our server right now that we need to scale up the web server. So the only thing we need to do now is adding the deploy, and then say replicate, and then say 5. Like the video before here, we can just say you can say deploy here, and then mark it should be scale, and now you will see we will scale it up here, and it's just scaling up. When we're done here, we can say it one more time. Whoops, wrong command. We have it here. Now you can see we have 5 web servers, 1 proxy and 1 Mongo. So in this case, if I use sudo docker stack ls, you can see we still have 3 services. But when we see all the processes for the services, we can technically see we have 5 web servers running, and 1 proxy and 1 Mongo. That's giving like 7 containers. So we have 3 services with 7 containers, because that's how we build a stack. And that's how awesome the stack is working in Docker Swarm clustering. And I really hope you enjoy. And here to the finished, I want to delete my stack again, so we can see what's happening. So sudo docker stack ls should be gone. It's perfect. And the container ls should be gone, and to do docker network should be gone. And you can see we only have the default back here, so everything is back in normal. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, I hope you want to subscribe. In the down for the right corner, you can press on the thing below. If you have any questions, please smash the comment fields, and then I'll try to answer as fast as I can. And of course, if you like my video, just press the like button, share it with your friends, add it for your playlist so you always can find my videos. And remember, all the code here, the configuration from Docker Swarm, will be available on my GitHub profile. You can find the links below in the description. I'll link down to my GitHub, where I'll be appreciated if you want to follow me, so you can get in touch with me when I get new project. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next time. And thank you for subscribing.